It's all about lineage. Revolution Season 2, Episode 11. We talking about Snake Eyes, y'all. That's right. Anyways, like, y'all, if you don't know, I've never done a review of the show Revolution before. I've actually been an addict, a fan of it, mad fan, avid fan, ever since it dropped in, I believe it was 2012, 2012, something like that. And yeah, man, I've been loving the show. I mean, I was all caught up with it last season. I mean, yo, March 25th. Oh, when that I couldn't wait for that for March to get here, and so it could, you know, so it could recontinue. And last season, this season quite different. But anyways, so the reason I haven't been doing reviews this season, I mean, I did see episode 1, and I was catching up, but I was just a bit busy, like catching up, doing a whole bunch of different stuff over this fall turning into winter. So I was behind like 4 or 5 episodes, and I caught that back up over Christmas and whatnot. And so here we are. I caught up with the episode 10, and I'm like, yo, might as well do episode 11. And you gotta be honest, this was actually a relatively simple episode comparing, like, it wasn't that stuff didn't go on, like, obviously there's plots always progressing on Revolution. You never know what to expect next, as for example the ending. But it wasn't as jam-packed with action, not as much, explanation, which is good at times, you know what I'm saying? Still a lot of good quality, but not as much stuff. I'm mainly focusing on the family lineages. You know, you have Eric, Bass Monroe and his new son. You have Aaron Pittman and his ex-wife and their kind of child, the AI, artificial intelligence, with the nanobots. Then you have Tom Neville, his whole family situation. And you have also, you could say, grandfather, granddaughter, as well as you could add Rachel and Miles up in there. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Anyway, starting with Monroe and his son. Now, this kid, you can't really say kid, he's a man now. This young man is a chip off the old block, hands down. I mean, what can you say? He's Monroe, but way more headstrong, way cocky. And he doesn't really, like, you can see he doesn't listen. But his dad, he had a lot of similar traits as his dad, so I wasn't too surprised by the activities that went down. I was kind of surprised actually how fast he was able to pick up on the truth about his adoptive father as opposed to his real dad, and the sacrifice. Man, Monroe, character development. We talk about character development. Monroe sacrifice, excellent. But their game plan. Now, some people, you could say, won't like the direction, the retaking of or remaking of the Monroe Republic or whatever else. I personally like it. This is the revolution we were introduced. It ain't the same old. This is how things are done in the world. Okay, you lose territories, you gain them. I mean, that's the political powers that be. Sometimes. Anyways, when you talk about the Aaron Pittman, the Aaron situation, that whole thing was very interesting. What Grace was explaining, very, very interesting, because you have literally the artificial intelligence came to life. I guess when the tower, connecting it back, when they put in that code, apparently that was the Aaron and I guess his ex-wife kind of helped him with the thesis, and they wrote the kind of the new neurological content of the nanobots instead of not the anatomy. That was Rachel and her, Ben Matheson? Yeah, Miles' brother, and Grace and all them. They wrote, or whoever else was helping Grace, as Grace explained. We built the body, but y'all actually wrote it, and y'all woke them up. And so it's like, yo, how many nanobots are in the world? Like, we talking quadrillions, penta, set? Are we talking sextillions, septillions? What are we talking here? This is ridiculous. But anyways, I thought that was very interesting how it woke it up in Eren, and they're hearing them and they're trying to. So we'll see where that goes. I have no idea. That's all off in the wind. I was not expecting that this season. That's one of the things this season I was totally not expecting. Then you have Neville. Now Neville, his wife, man, his wife. I've never really liked his wife. At times I do, but his wife, like, yo, this female, this woman is so shady, bro. She is shady as can be. She does whatever she can for power. And she's on the promise, saying that she wants a whole family. I'm not buying it. I'm with Neville. I was before Neville. I'm not buying it. You see Jason the son, he don't buy. He think his mom, I don't want to get, too explicit. I try to keep this kind of PG-13 on my channel. But y'all, he don't trust her. And she don't listen. She wants what she wants and that's it. She don't see the end game, the bigger picture. But anyway, she does what she does for survival. Get that fugazi out of here. But anyways, with Neville's put in an interesting situation. And with Jason, he did what he had to do. But that whole thing, I'm still wondering about how will it be, because I'm trying to figure out, did the Patriots actually poison the food or not? Because at the end, the dude seemed genuinely concerned, but he could be screwing with them, but then why he would, I don't know, man. That ending was crazy. But also, Charlie, the thing about it is, Charlie, she was season 1 protagonist. This season, it seems more like Miles is the protagonist. Charlie's taking a bit of a backseat. But I love the multiple sides of Charlie. Like, every episode we see something else, so I always love that. But it's like, you see the difference from her mother and her granddad. Because it seemed like even granddad, he's a bit different from Rachel, rather. But he's very, Gene. But he's very, actually, you see where Rachel gets it from. Stubborn, like doing some stupid stuff. People say Charlie, she's become smart. She's become more like Miles. And that's why she's become what she's become. I mean, she's a tracker. She's, she's a cold-blooded killer. She's like a veteran soldier now. Like, yeah, right? Charlie is about that life. Charlie is simply about that life. But she's smart. She's really smart. I mean, she's beautiful, smart, children. I mean, there's so much you can say about it. But it's funny to see the link as opposed to Monroe and his son. You see Rachel and Charlie. Even though they love it, you see how they butt heads. There's a break in the chain. So I found it very interesting, and how she also favors Miles, and Miles should have been it's almost like Miles should have been a dad instead of dad, kind of thing. So all that was. And other than that, like I said, all that was surrounded by that, like the adoptive father. We saw, what in this case, blood, what Monroe Dilla is saying. We saw the thing, we saw about blood, and we've seen that throughout the series, with the whole Neville situation, Neville family, with Charlie and her family, Mathesons and whatnot, Eren, his family, I had forgotten until I was reminded that, yeah, she's dead, so he could end up back with his old wife. But I ain't gonna lie, like last episode when that ended, I was not expecting Gracie. Not gonna lie, I was like, whoa. But I was glad she's back. I am glad she's back. It's gonna be interesting to see what Neville does with Jason now being arrested by the Patriots. It's gonna be interesting. I don't want to know how they found out. Did they do some fingerprint technology? I don't know. There's a lot still to be determined. What's gonna happen with Miles and Monroe, and then the young blood. I don't know. There's a few ways this could go. Actually, there's so many avenues because Revolution is constantly changing. So overall, I get this episode. I'm teetering 7.5 to 8. I'll go ahead and say it was an 8 out of 10, a great episode. I was teetering, and I'm like, nah, but there was actually a lot of good elements about it. It was just slow. It was slower than how it normally is, there was some connections made, some relationships, there was character development in a few different characters. You know, Monroe, the son, um, son and Rachel, and characterization on her, um, characterization and development with Jean. Charlie, as always, she's almost always getting some character development and characterization. Anything else? Jason, yeah, Jason had some character development for sure in this one. Once again, um, characterization, character development more with Aaron's old wife. Any for Grace, maybe, but yeah, plot progression was there. It just wasn't as much as it has been in other episodes, so that one's it. But we're moving. Still in Mexico. That's right. Still dealing with the situation. Will be creaking along. Still do they moved, but it wasn't as much. There was a lot of, it was more focused on character development, characterization, but it was only bits and pieces out of characters. It wasn't like explosion on any one of them. The story's moving. There's still suspense, a lot of mysteries, but there's not as many as in the past. So it was a lot of setup, a lot of build up. So that's why it wasn't as high as it could be. It's still a great episode, but not, not no amazing, not no perfect, but yeah, the unexpected one. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me y'all thoughts on this episode. If you ain't into Revolution, better go check out season 1 and 2. This show, one of the greatest shows I've created. Definitely one of the best ongoing. It's my second favorite, right after Sons of Anarchy. And yes, I will continue to keep reviewing it. And yeah, this season, season 3, because there's gonna be a season 3. Come on, this show's too gold not for it, and I continue. But anyways, y'all, till next time, peace.